Welcome. If you're listening, you're probably looking to get a handle on complex social stuff, maybe understand certain groups, and you want the info efficiently.
Exactly. No wading through pages and pages.
Right. So today, we're doing a deep dive on the Four Corner Hustlers, uh, a street gang from Chicago, been around a while.
Long while, yeah. We've pulled info mainly from the book Fatal Violence and also the Gangland TV series via its Wikipedia entry.
Yep. The goal here is just to extract the key facts, origins, what they do, who they link up with, give you a solid overview.
Okay. So let's start at the beginning. They formed in the late 1960s.
Late 60s, okay.
Yeah, a time of, well, significant social change in American cities. Fertile ground, maybe, for groups like this. Our sources name Walter Wheat and Freddie Gage as the founders.
Wheat and Gage, got it. And
Wow.
location-wise, we're talking West Garfield Park, right? Chicago's west side.
That's the spot, the original turf. It's interesting how specific these origins can be.
Definitely. But they didn't just stay put in West Garfield Park, did they?
No, not according to what we've seen. The info suggests they expanded pretty significantly. We're talking presence in places like Memphis, Fayetteville, Charlotte, Detroit, Atlanta, too.
Oh, okay. So quite a reach beyond Chicago.
Suggests some real organization,
Mm.
networking.
And their identity, initially it was black and brown colors. Is that
Well,
right?
that's what the sources indicate, yeah.
Yeah.
Distinct colors early on.
But that changed. You mentioned alliances.
Right. This seems like a key turning point aligning with the vice lords.
Oh.
And this wasn't just like a loose agreement. It led to them becoming part of the larger People Nation Alliance. Think of it like joining a federation,
So
almost.
consolidating power.
Pretty much.
Sure.
Mutual support, bigger influence. The sources also mention other People Nation groups like the Black Pea Stones, the Latin Kings.
So the Four Corner Hustlers become part of this bigger structure.
Yeah.
And that's when the colors changed.
Seems so. To black and red, and also black and gold, specifically under the vice lords. It's like a visual cue of that new allegiance.
Makes sense. And their reputation back in West Garfield Park, the sources call them the most violent and feared street gang. That's strong wording.
It really is. And that reputation, well, it probably ties into the criminal activities they're linked with.
Which are pretty varied from what I saw.
Oh, yeah. The list is long. Drug trafficking, robbery, street dealing, assault, car theft, guns, but also more organized stuff.
Yeah.
Like fraud, running prostitution rings, money laundering, and even racketeering.
Racketeering, that's like ongoing criminal enterprise, right?
Right.
Patterns of illegal acts.
Exactly. It points to a more sophisticated level of operation than just random street crime.
Okay. And like any group in that kind of environment, they have enemies, rivals?
Yep. The main ones mentioned are the Folk Nation Alliance
Hmm.
and specifically the Gangster Disciples.
So constant conflict there, presumably.
That seems to be the dynamic. These rivalries fuel tension, territorial stuff, probably reinforcing that violent and feared label we talked about.
Right. Okay, so let's pull this together. Four Corner Hustlers start late 60s. West Garfield Park, founded by Wheat and Gage.
Yep.
Original colors black and brown. Then they ally with the Vice Lords, join the People Nation.
Uh-huh. New colors, black and red, black and gold. And a symbol, too, a black diamond.
Right, the Black Diamond. And they gain this reputation for serious violence on the West Side, involved in a whole spectrum of crime, major rivals, Folk Nation, Gangster Disciples.
That sums it up pretty well.
Uh.
That shift from being their own thing to being part of the People Nation is really significant. It shows how these groups evolve and connect.
And the symbols, the colors, they become identifiers within that larger web.
Absolutely. Markers of who you are and where you fit.
So what's maybe interesting to think about for anyone listening is how a group starting in one neighborhood,
Yeah.
How does it manage to spread across state lines
Yeah.
and become part of something much bigger like the People Nation? What drives that kind of growth and consolidation?
That's a great point. It leads to maybe a final thought. How do things like location, who you team up with, and how your identity changes? How do all those things mix together to shape where a group like this goes and the impact it has?
Hmm.
It's complicated for sure. And this deep dive just gives, one window into those kinds of dynamics.